talked about a kidnap of one of the Nasarawa local government chairman. A very good news. He has regained his freedom, according to the report coming out of Nigeria this morning. Adaha and 3 others were released on Tuesday night, from Adaha village of Akwanga local government area. The chairman of Akwanga local government area of Nasarawa state, Safiyano Isa Andaha, and 3 others that were adopted have regained their freedom. A very good news coming out of Nigeria this morning, at least in the midst of so many other news that we talk about. Let's look into quickly, because we're struggling with the network this morning. Like I say, we hope to get some kind of improvement, in the next couple of days, as we're going to be coming back again next week. What also is coming up? 11 people were killed in a Kwara road crash. Accident does happen. I'm sure, as a lot of us have been following what took place, in Japan, somewhere in South Korea yesterday. Many lives lost as well, but many were also saved. Peter Obi paid condolence visit to, the family of the late Governor Akeredolu. That is also coming as well. There's a video circulating on the social media where the Lagos State governor turned into his own security by stopping Okada rider that were driving on the opposite direction. He came out of his vehicle, he apprehended some individuals, and it seems that some Nigerians say that, maybe that is on a good note, because, drive opposite direction can literally create a lot of havoc and accident as well. So it seems that the governor, decided to take, the bat to himself on his way to, the opening of an hospital by Femi Gbajabiamila in Lagos yesterday. Boko Haram have attacked Borno again. Remember that the Chibok girls, the local government Chibok girls, 12 people were killed again by these monster terrorists that continue to create, a lot of carnage, to many Nigerians that are living in not just the northern part, but across the country as well. Over the last 2 years, the jihadis have carried out attacks beyond their stronghold in the northeast of Borno State, the heart of the country's 14-year-long Islamic militant, went into the Chibok local government, which is about 125 kilometers from Maiduguri, the Borno State capital. Yesterday, 12 people lost their life again. We'll be talking about the security later on tonight on the Niger Voices. The question is going to be, while the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to fix many of the insecurity that is happening in Nigeria, as many Nigerians continue to be concerned that it seems that we've lost the plot when it comes to the insecurity. I'm going to take a couple of more because I know we've run out of time, and it's a Wednesday edition. I have to go into some other program as well. Let's speak on Lagos to establish a medical university to address brain drain. Many Nigerians are jackpot. They're coming to UK. We have about almost thousands of doctors that have arrived here in the last couple of years, and many are still planning to travel out as well. The question is, how do we stop the brain drain? How do we stop, people that want to come to UK, travel to Canada, when we also have many of them that are needed, to be able to fix, the dilapidated, system of the hospital that we have in Nigeria. I'm going to move a little bit inside because it seems that, I'm getting a bit of rain coming through. So let's move a little bit in so that we do not have, the rain coming in through, the broadcast as we continue, to come into you from Downing Street. Again, a couple of more headlines. It seems that the price of the petrol might be going up from almost 700 to about almost 1,200. That is still, something that a lot of Nigerians are concerned, because the cost of living is high. We talked about the inflation yesterday. We're talking about almost 28% of inflation. But again, as fraud is one of the biggest problems in Nigeria, there's a lot of corruption cases. This morning, 37.1 billion fraud. NISPA coordinator has now been arrested, and also the ex-minister might face EFCC today. Again, NNPCL marketers are clashing over subsidy operator peg to 1,200 naira per liter. Many, we talked about the university degree from Benin Republic and Togo. It seems that is also creating a lot of conversation right now. Fake degree federal government to shut 18 foreign university campuses in Nigeria. Let me come back again to you in the studio, Mr. Archie. I know we're struggling with the network this morning, but like I said, we are reporting from number 10 down the street, and there's a lot of scaffolding work going on, and that is also affecting, the transmission this morning back to you in the studio in Croydon.
Yes, listeners, we apologize for the breaking transmission and the sound as well. It's because of some work construction work going on.
And it seems that there's a lot of, it's currently raining, but it seems that I can hear it seems that there's a jet wash going inside behind this building. I can hear the sound coming out right inside. I've not seen the Prime Minister himself. I don't know whether the Prime Minister is inside, but I can tell you it's quite busy in there. It's been in and out of, the black door, which is the most important iconic door that has been observed and watched from around the world, especially the last time we saw, Joe Biden arriving here just before the end of last year. Star Radio UK, I'll come back again to you in the studio.
Bringing you everything that you need to know from what is happening. But let's go to one important thing pertaining to the president, the federal government not accrediting the universities from Togo and Benin, because we are looking at last year at the latter part of what they call him Buhari, where the universities were ascribed that actually was qualified for
almost 8 months.
Almost 8 months. Okay. So which has actually thrown the education plan of most people a job. However, in a situation where some of them might decide, okay, let's go to Togo, let's educate ourselves there, because I think we're getting a requisite education. But is making that move because they think that the universities in Europe are part of they think because that's it doesn't align with Nigerian politics. What is the reason behind it?
I believe, the investigation, is focusing on some of those universities. I've not heard anything from Benin Republic or Togo, coming out, but I believe that the federal government, is working with them behind the scene. We know that there's a lot of corruption cases that happen in different parts of the globe, especially also in Africa. But the question is, how did we get to where most of these universities have now been attended by many Nigerians and probably other African countries? Let me take you through it a little bit. Fake degrees. Federal government is also going to shut down 18 foreign universities campuses. The federal government has now banned 18 foreign universities that are operating in Nigeria, describing them as a degree mills in Nigeria, warning Nigerians to avoid enrolling in such institutions. The directive affects 5 universities from the United States, 6 from the United Kingdom, 3 from the Ghanaian tertiary institution. Also, the Federal Ministry of Education on Tuesday yesterday announced the temporary suspension of the evaluation, accreditation of a degree certificate from Benin Republic and Togo, announcing that the ban in the statement that was published at the National University Commission explained that the federal government had not licensed affected university and they have to close down. So you can see that it's a big menace, it's a big problem when we talk about corruption cases. Corruption is almost in every part of the country, and it is also affecting the universities as we speak again this morning.
Now, within the president, that power, that authority, the university they are getting to a degree they are getting, is all not on board, okay, or the right ones, and therefore we need to do, especially when he was accused of forgery himself.
Well, I'm sure many Nigerians remember that, we had these young Nigerians after completing the WAEC, the JAM, they decided to use a manipulation to change the result. That created a lot of problems. Many Nigerians believe her, but she later came out to say that she was able to manipulate that result using an application on the apps. the question is, I remember when I came to UK some over 2 decades ago, and I was able to attend a foundation program here. The result of my WAEC was not something that they wanted to take off me because they could not verify it. And today, after 20 years away from Nigeria, I have to translate my result into the normal standard here in the UK last year, so that when I submit my result, it has already been translated by one of the institutions accredited here in UK. So many Nigerians that are even traveling to UK, you are compulsory to go and study an English course before you can get to UK. So and as I said yesterday, the UK government have now stopped, Rishi Sunak's first opening of the year is to say that many Nigerians and many other Africans and around the world will not be able to bring their family to study in UK, apart from exemption for somebody coming to postgraduate, and likewise if you're being sponsored. So having this current qualification, the problem we're having is, investment is not going into the education sector in African country, and we can no longer, contain this. That is why some of us are saying that we have the people that are well educated that can train Nigerians. When you go back to the standard of education as at the time was top notch. The question is, how did we get to where the standard has literally dropped in the last 40 years?
Nigeria universities, Nigeria have enough universities, but looking at the population, do you think they have enough universities to go every grade? Yeah, are they?
Well, I don't think we have enough, and that is why, many private institutions are propping up, because the government are not funding the ones that are there, because, the government doesn't have to fund anymore. I mean, I remember, my secondary school is a public school. Most of what has been done in those schools and many other schools like that are funded by those that have completed as an ex-student. So we continue to make sure that we look after the school, and this is meant to be the work of the government. But like I said, the government have not invested so much in education, and like you said, when Buhari was there, 8-month shutdown of the institution allow many Nigerians to travel to many other countries to continue their education. Many Nigerians will not be able to travel to UK and Canada because we're talking about thousands and thousands of pounds sterling. Before you can complete a degree at Wales University, we are looking at almost £43,000 minus school feeding, minus accommodation. And like I said, even those that are not coming to study, those that are coming as a care worker, they are going to be paying a lot of money. We talked about it yesterday. The question is, what can Africa do to make sure that we cannot bring the drains out of Africa? We can keep them there, but we must have the standard welfare, the standard education. But most importantly, if we do not have the proper security, we will have problems. And that is what I'm going to be discussing tonight on Naija Voices. Insecurity 2024. Is it all about the resources, or is it an agenda to wipe people away from their community? This is something that we are concerned about, and we'll be looking into that later on Naija Voices on Star Radio UK.
Okay, let's thank you very much. Maybe you just give us one reaction from the IPOD group pertaining to the statement that was made. Do you have any reaction from the reporters?
Well, I did monitor that before joining you. Nothing of such at the moment, but I'm sure by evening time we'll be having a reaction from those that are Biafra and the government in exile of the Biafra as well. And I'll be reporting on that later on the Naija Voices at 1800 hours.
Okay, let me say thank you very much for that wonderful update from Nigeria this morning from 10 Downing Street. This is OLAYOMI KOIKI.
Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Bye. Well, listen, that has been Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI. After that, you know that we were...
Well, sorry, we were having a very, very... it seems that extra security. Oh, no sound. Okay, why is there no sound? Paulo Joe says there's no sound. Why is there no sound? Okay, there's no sound. Okay, I'm coming. I'm going to check that. There's a lot of frictions right here. There's a lot of happenings behind. But there's a lot of noise coming out there, and it seems the weather is raining as well. So. Bear with us. Ma check it. Listen again. Follow Joe. Bear with me. Let me first move things back because Let me end that and bring back the video again. Can you still hear me? I'm not sure if you can still hear me. If you're not hearing me, let me know. That is for those of you on the Instagram on OLAYOMI KOIKI. A very good morning and welcome once again. It's just coming up to almost 12. The weather again in UK is raining. We are live at number 10 Downing Street, where we are reporting again this morning. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. Position Lori YouTube, Lori Instagram. If you cannot hear me, please, I need a backup team to quickly check on that so that we can confirm whether there's a sound coming out of the Instagram. So that if not, I'm going to stop it and then come back in again. Let me check myself. I say good morning as we continue our campaign and our quest, as we continue to ask questions. Many Nigerians might not know that this is where the whole amalgamation started, UK, the colonial rules, and it's been going on for the last 110 years. What do we do? How do we stop it? This is part of what we're going to be discussing for the next couple of hours. Like I said, I cannot even move out of here because it's raining at the moment. I could see the London Eye just about a few meters away from me. I'll be showing you that later on. If I bring the camera like this, you will probably be able to see the London Eye. That is right there. It's raining, so it's a rain, go away. So Moki Wogwale can see, I say good morning, and like I said, let me see if I can hear myself right now. Okay, now the sound is back. You can hear me now. I'm sure the sound is back. So I just had myself. Let me move my laptop because we're still trying to raise money to buy more. So the last thing we want is to have the ones that we are managing to be affected by the weather. Once again, I say good morning and welcome to my transmission where we are live at number 10 Downing Street, which is equivalent to White House. Okay, we'll be discussing a couple of things again, just as we do every time, while the weather is still doing its own at the back. I hope we're doing very well. Once again, as we say all the time, the right to self-determination is not something that you joke with. It is something that you ask for, and it is something you continue to talk about. So we should not be shy to talk about the right to self-determination. Once again, this and so many of you might probably not know Tabani, Nigeria did not just started one day. It is a project that was put together. Let me take off my AirPod. I can feel the don't run away. Nigeria started because during the colonial era or the colonial rules, they wanted Nigeria for their own reasons. Many of you today that still want us to keep Nigeria probably don't have a clue that the country called Nigeria is something that was matched by those that do not understand themselves, doesn't speak the same language, doesn't respect themselves, because every time there's these problems that we are still facing on a daily basis. And I'm going to be explaining that again this morning in my transmission. I just want to get my beautiful small little speaker out so that we can be able to tell you that the insecurity in Nigeria is not going to stop kill many Nigerians. Many people in Plateau State, we're talking about over 300 people were massacred, killed in Plateau State. The international community have kept quiet. They're not saying much about it. The United Nations is not saying anything about the genocide happening with the Biafra. The Yorubas have been massacred by the same marauders as well. So this morning, we're going to remind you, just as we've been saying continuously, that the only solution right now, just as the Scottish people wants to be free from the bondage that they are in, we must also say the same thing. We don't want to be part of Nigeria. But what do we do? How do we do that? Is it just something that we are going to start and then say we've not completed? No, it has to be completed. It will take a lot of work. Let me play this again just to remind us, like I said yesterday, but Oloye Dr. Sunday Omadeyemo Igboho and also Professor Adebanji Akitoye for waking the minds of many of us that the Nigeria that we know in 1960 is not the Nigeria that we know today. It has become a big problem. Many of you have seen a video that is now circulating. I will try to play that video. Heard about that video, you've seen it. But let's start with this. This is what T.Y. Danjuma said some few years back.
There's an attempt made because it's all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral.
You hear that?
They collude.
They've collude already.
They collude.
With the armed bandits.
They collude with the armed bandits.
Okay?
They kill people.
And they're still killing Nigerians.
They facilitate their movement.
Okay?
They cover them.
Okay?
If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
And that has still been the same thing. I mean, you know, we've looked at just before Christmas, literally over 300 people have been massacred and they're still killing them. But what is the reason behind it? What is the agenda? Is there an agenda for the resources? Is it just something? Good morning, MX Media. Thank you so much, Daniel Oyede. Good morning, Mr. Ogumola Abiodun, Comrade Plan B, Tokyo 778. Good morning to my mother. Good morning to those of you that have joined us. Remember to share the broadcast. Bring as many people in so that they can understand the reason why we are asking for the Yoruba nation, so that we can leave Nigeria, so that we can be safe, we can be free, we can have human rights, we can have our own freedom, we can have our own sovereignty. But when we talk about Nigeria, we just have to remember that it was the British that colonized Nigeria. You know, there was a lot of slave trade that took place for over 500 years. Many Africans were shipped out, they were moved out of Africa, you know, for slave trade. And today, if you think that, you know, the UK government is just going to allow Nigeria to fall apart and break, it's not going to happen straight away. They're not going to allow it. We must continue to tell them the reasons why we don't want to be part of what was created. The British created Nigeria in 1914 by joining the Yoruba people, the Igbo people, the Hausa people together into this contraction they call Nigeria. And after 110 years, Nigeria is only 110 years as at January 1st, which is just less than 48 hours ago. What has been the changes? Nothing more than killings, maiming, nothing more than a lot of problems. I'll be talking about the, you know, the 2014 confab. Let's allow the helicopter, you know, that is flying overhead to go through. But let me also remind you what is happening presently in Plateau State. We played the video yesterday. I'm going to play the video again this morning, and let us listen to this video.
Do you know that most of these places that are under attack in northern Nigeria have some of the biggest natural resources underneath the ground? And the trading of those natural resources are going on while people are being killed in those communities. Do you know?
I don't know.
Now
Tell
let me
me.
bring you up to speed.
Bring us up to speed.
If you realize, some of the most fertile lands in northern Nigeria are the ones that are being attacked. Most of our fresh, beautiful vegetables and fruits come from Plateau State. Do you know what is underneath those beautiful fertile lands?
We don't know. Tell us.
It is also solid minerals.
Solid minerals.
For some of you.
So the reason why there's a lot of killings happening in the northern part of Nigeria today is because there's a solid minerals underneath. And who are those behind the solid minerals? According to the Minister of the Mineral Resources, Dele Alake, said, and I quote, that the people that are well to know are the one creating terrorism in Nigeria, and they are also the one funding the banditry that is happening presently in Nigeria. What do we do then? Do we all sit back and do nothing? Thank you so much, Babawa Kendi Useni Eshegoni. Thank you so much, and we appreciate your, your support. Let's listen more again.
Daily, while miners are mining this land, how can you raise down an entire village?
Okay.
Bring it down to ashes. Evacuate everybody there and go behind their backs to go and be mining their gold. How wicked can you be? Do you know that it's also affecting not only our economy,
okay,
but also the food supply for the common man who cannot afford to eat? I am a farmer. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I deal with grains. And the rate at which food is going to be scarce in 2024, you are not ready for it. Things that we buy for as low as 20,000 when they are in surplus, we bought this year for 80,000 naira when it was in surplus. You are not ready for it.
Okay.
For us who do food storage business, we know exactly what you're saying. Ask anybody who is into farming. Underneath all of this madness, this crisis of insecurity, is a major business of natural resource buying and selling. Illegal. Zamfara has gold.
Zamfara has
daily
gold.
Gold is traded while people are killed and evacuated from their villages. They would rather pursue you because of insecurity and go and dig your land to take out gold and take out tin and take out other minerals. Yes, that's what's happening in northern Nigeria. They attack people using insecurity as a blanket and a facade.
Okay.
Chase people out of their communities.
Okay.
And go behind their backs.
Okay.
To steal their natural resources.
Okay.
Those are the kinds of leaders we have in northern Nigeria.
Okay.
You are wicked people, and you have blood on your hands, and you're going to be judged for it.
Okay.
You are taking blood money.
Blood
and
money.
You die with bad death.
Okay.
Northern Nigeria leaders, Allah Yarisa.
Allah Yarisa.
You trade your people for your pockets, the resources.
They are trading their people just like the Yoruba politicians are doing the same thing. Shout out to you, Easy Dollar, all the way right here at number 10 Downing Street. Shout out to you, my brother.
And people are suffering and dying every day.
People are suffering and dying every day.
And they believe that you are there for their best interest.
Okay.
We are getting there.
We're getting there.
Let's say we will change parade.
Okay.
It's like we're going to do another. We're going to change. This one no dey work. This we no go gree. This Jama. How many times has protest will guard your community? Let me tell you something, Nigerian government. First, you will think, oh, it is insecurity. Oh, it's Fulani herdsmen. But are Fulani herdsmen more powerful than the Nigerian military?
Did you hear? Let me pause that bit. Are we saying that the Nigerian military, the Fulani terrorists, are powerful than them? Why have they not been eliminated? Why have they not been killed? What is going on in Nigeria? Should we all keep quiet and speak out? Or should we start talking like so many things is going wrong, sit and do nothing? Or should we start doing something? You say it in the comment section and let me see your own reaction. As we continue to enlighten and bring this to speed, that the current it has failed every single one of us, whether you live in Nigeria, whether you live outside Nigeria, it doesn't matter. It has failed every single one of us, and it is time to come out and demand the total best. It seems like I said, there's a lot. If you're new to this platform, share the program, invite, not extremely bad, but we're trying our best, with the little resources, because that is going to be the only way we can survive as people. If we truly want. So this is number 10 down the street, and this is Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep to be able to. So, am I being so networking a bad gun? So, I'm not having a very great broadcast from here, but we are hoping that by the time we are back again, hopefully some other time, the network will be much better. But for now, I'm just going to leave you with the view from here, while we're so you can see the very, very beautiful view of number 10. So but again, we're struggling with the network this morning. The network is really having a big toll on us. So I'm struggling with my network this morning from number 10. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé àti káàárọ̀. So and welcome once again. So I'm going to be heading off from here very soon, but for now I am still giving you some live shot from here so that you can be able to see what is happening behind me. Sẹ́ni kankan tó máa gbà wá sílẹ̀, àwa la máa gbára wá sílẹ̀. Ẹ bá ń dúró pé èèyàn kan bọ̀ wá gbà wá sílẹ̀. Sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní problem tí wọ́n tó ń dé pẹ̀lú. Massive problem kékeré. Àwa náà máa lọ béèrè fún ìtàn fẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn olóṣèlú wa. So àwọn olóṣèlú yín kẹ̀rẹ́ wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé tẹ bá ti mọ right ní right gangan náà ni ẹni tó bá ti mọ right ẹ̀. The rest is history. So what if I can right here, that is where we come in. That is what makes us different from these your politicians. We are saying the right thing, but what if so everybody continue to struggle in Nigeria. If it doesn't struggle, it's because of the failed system. Don't put Nigeria, the corrupt system. So bàbá dẹ̀ ń sọ fún ìtẹ̀ wà nílé pé èèyàn kankan ni wá gbà wá sílẹ̀, àwa la máa gbára wá sílẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn amúnisìn ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kíyàn lọ, kò yé nísìn. So àwọn amúnisìn náà fẹ́ jẹ́ kíyàn wà lójú kan, ká máa tọrọ owó, kó máa fún wa ní ìtàn fún wa ní aid. Àwọn fún Nàìjíríà ní 50 million, àwọn fún Nàìjíríà ní 30 million. ìjọ la fi máa ṣe gbogbo yẹn dà ìjọ la fi máa ṣe gbogbo yẹn dà. Africa nísìn, ibi tó Africa wà báyìí nísìn, ó wà backwards, Africa is backwards. But àdẹ̀ ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn tiwa pé kí gbogbo wa ká ṣe kí ni, ká sowọ́ papọ̀, ká jọ kúrò níbẹ̀. Nínú ẹ̀ làwọn kan tún ní ẹ pé pérọ́ là ń pa àwọn kan ní wọ́n ní UK government kan ló rán wa ń ṣẹ́. Ayé máa jẹ ẹni tí à ń jẹ nílé, ẹni tí à ń jẹ tẹ́ kó tètè dá sọ́rọ̀ tá à ń ṣe yìí, oníyà ò jẹun ní ká fòun sílẹ̀, and no problem. Àtẹni tí à ń jẹ, ẹni tí à ń jẹ nílé tó ní ká fòun sílẹ̀, ó fẹ́ tó yé yín, ó kù díẹ̀. Ìgbà tó máa fi yé yín yẹn, ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ kó ti late, ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ kó ti late, because àwọn olóṣèlú, they know the game very well. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé tó bá ti fún yín ní peanut, tó ti fún yín lẹ́pà, tó ti fún yín ní gúgúrú, tó fún yín ní 5,000 naira, 3,000 naira. At the end of the day, in tó fi ń divert attention yín nìyẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n kó Bọ́lá Ìgè lẹ́ǹkan sí mi bọ̀.
Àwọn jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wa tí wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ dáadáa lọ́wọ́, tó tó jẹ́ pé inú wa sì dùn wípé ọlọ́run bùkún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ti bá ọkọ wọn dá májẹ̀mú wípé ní agbára ọlọ́run by 2000 òmìnira máa dé fúnlẹ̀ náà.
Network is bad. It's good and left. So I just want to take some shots. Àgbẹ̀ tí bàbá bàbá máa ń fẹ́ take a shot. Mo ọmọ bí ológbò yẹn wà láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. Ológbò tó wọ́n nílé lọ. Àrò ológbò láàárọ̀ ẹ̀.
Ọlọ́run ọba Fẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀.
So I gotta take a nice shot. Ìmọ̀ tí Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè sọ.
Amúwalé ilẹ̀ tuntun náà níbi tí ẹ̀gbin ìyà àti ìrẹ́jẹ kò ní sí fún ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjìrì náà.
Ìyẹn tọmọ káàárọ̀ òjìrì bá rẹ́dì.
Tàbá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ilẹ̀ ìlérí tí a fẹ́ lọ. Àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ òye.
Àwọn tọrọ òye ẹ máa ní kí ni. Then can you take me one place?
Lójú àwọn ìwé rẹ̀ tí mo rí, ó dàbí ẹni pé ohun ẹ̀yẹ ni kí èèyàn máa wà ní ẹ̀gbin.
How are you? What are you freelance?
Hey, yeah. What have you been doing? You've been making
No, I'm reporting back to the
Kì í
studio.
ṣe àwọn Yorùbá ní jẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà.
Go and stand.
Yeah.
Ní Yorùbá ti wọ̀, wọ́n ní àrùn tó ń ṣe ogójì náà ló ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ fún.
Let's do a couple.
Ohun tó ń ṣe abọ́yá
Quite a rig you got there. Were you just
Yeah, live, yeah. I'm on YouTube. Yeah. I got one like that as well. I'm used to that now. You know, I've been doing this for some time now, yeah.
How do you keep them all charged?
How do I keep on the charge? They can last for the next 2 hours until I get to the studio. So I'll wait till probably another half an hour, then I head to the studio from here.
Impressive.
Yeah, thank you so much. So what's happening today? Why are you here today?
Because I'm paid.
Oh, you're okay.
There's nothing happening. I'm going to go in a minute. It's
All
very
right,
quiet.
yeah, it's very quiet. Yeah, it's very quiet. I think things start picking up from next week.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let me give you my card. So, let me give you my card. So you are reporting for AP or just which media house are you reporting for?
Today is Daily Mail.
Daily Mail. Okay. That's cool.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Yeah, so in case I'm not here and there's something going to happen, you can always let me know as well from there. Yeah.
Where's your family name from?
What is a Yoruba name? Nigeria was created by the British in 1943. Yeah. I'm originally Yoruba man. So southwest part of Nigeria.
Yeah. I've been in Nigeria a couple of times years
You
ago,
did
in the
Nigeria?
80s. Yeah.
Okay, so how did you say it when you were there in the 80s?
Well,
Were you working on the journalist there?
yeah, no, I was working for the Daily Mail.
Wow.
I can't remember.
Okay, come just stay there. I want them to pick what you're saying. Just stay there. I want to pick a little bit. So you were in Nigeria in the 80s, you said. You went to Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm not talking to any of these.
No, they can't see you. Don't worry, they can't see you.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. So you went to Nigeria in 1980.
A long time ago,
Long time
everything
ago.
was.
Yeah, no,
It's the
yeah.
only way we could operate.
I understand. Yeah. Well, it is what it is anyway. It is what it is. But that's my number there.
Yeah, I've got it.
You know,
Cool.
you can send me a text message and I'll have yours as well. Okay.
How is it pronounced? Oh,
Just call Yomi. It will be much easier for you. Ola or Yomi?
Yomi.
Yeah, Yomi. Yeah, Ola.
CEO.
Yeah. Koikimedia.
And is it good? Is it working out for you?
Well, I get paid by the public.
Oh, cool.
They're financing it. Yeah.
Well,
Because
there's all sorts of stuff going on here.
every day. So from here now, we move to the next section. I go to the Nigerian High Commission. Then I have a program to do in the evening at 6 o'clock. So very, very busy, yeah. You know. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ Yorùbá kẹ́ lè gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ. Ṣẹ́rẹ́ ìtẹ̀ wá ń lé. Ẹ̀gbọ́n àtàlàyé ń sọ fún mi kò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nínú kámẹ́rà. Ó náà wá sí Nàìjíríà nígbà tí ní in the 80s. Ó ní nígbà tí nǹkan ṣì wà, you know, ó ṣọwọ́ báyìí. Tóyìnbó bá ṣọwọ́ báyìí, ẹ̀mọ́ tó mí nìyẹn. I pity a lot of people tó wà ń lé. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá jẹ́ ká pín ìlú yẹn, right? Àwọn eléyìí ò ráyè tí nǹkan Daily Mail ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún. ẹ mọ tó ń sọ fún bó ṣe wà ní nísìn freelance lòun náà ẹ máa sọ pé ká má pín káwa ní Nàìjíríà kájọ máa ṣe Nàìjíríà kájọ máa ṣe Nàìjíríà káwọn kan máa fi resources wa kọ́ máa fi mú mi ọbẹ̀ mo kí bàbá wa dé ní ìjímọ̀ àbúrò mọ̀ yé nísìn à ń sọ pé ìlú yẹn it is backwards deliberately ni wọ́n mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn ilé ìwé ilé mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ 1980 lónìí lọ sí Nàìjíríà mo fẹ́ kó bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ níbo kò fi bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀ máa bá sọ̀rọ̀ later tí bá ti ṣe tán tó bá ṣì wà níbí bá if not a máa sọ̀rọ̀ later again tó bá yá everybody máa mọ tí bó ṣe ń lọ ẹ fi pa àwọn òyìnbó ráyè ibi tó òyìnbó máa ti rówó láwọn fẹ́ kí ní káwọn pẹ̀lú yín ibi tí òyìnbó máa ti rí owó láwọn wà áfà sí tó kàn yín kò sí tó kàn òyìnbó àwa la máa bèrè ẹ̀tọ́ wa ẹ̀tọ́ yẹn kẹrẹ wọn fúnyàn èèyàn máa fight fún mi títí tó máa fi gbà because wọ́n fi jẹ́ ká free kò sí àwọn kan tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ free o tẹ̀bá rò pé àwọn kan bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ free kò sẹ́ni kankan tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ free so what we need to do is we need to mount the pressure we keep the pressure going you know àwọn tó ń guide number 10 dá lẹ́yìn mi we keep the pressure going a máa béèrè pé ẹ̀tọ́ wa mú kíyà tó bí mi lọ́mọ shout out to you ma ẹ káàárọ̀. I mean, at our lost one anyway. It's now 12:30 in London. So, you know, ojú ẹ̀ ti dá díẹ̀. So, tẹ́ bá wo báyìí lórí pé lẹ́yìn mi kìíní ni that's the London hour. So, you know, entrance láti wọlé ni. So, tá bá ń sọ fún yín ẹ wà ní pé ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe kìíní ní kíákíá. Intense of fún wa ni pé portable ni. People are struggling in today's Nigeria. Many people are struggling. This year, intervention you're up now. All right, sharp.
Yeah.
All right. So
What's
the name?
Steve.
Steve. Make sure you reach out to me. Send me a text message.
Yeah,
We'll talk later.
I'll let you know.
Nigeria, the journalists. You know, we need a proper, you know, network. The same thing. So, I you know, White House no more. The equivalent of our old White House. If I don't pay me, so, and that is the flag there. Flag, so let me push the flag. British at Ukraine flag. So, you know, and it's a number 30 Prime Minister, in case to buy team hotel. So, so teba wo Kenya, flag British at Ukraine, and lower looking. Láàárọ̀ as usual security tí ó wà ní ẹnu ọ̀nà pé mò ń wá ní ó kọ́kọ́ wò mí pé bí a mo fẹ́ ṣí lé lọ ni ẹ mọ̀ pé èèyàn lè ṣí lé lọ ọ̀nì mo ní mo mọ ibi tí mò ń bọ̀ yíba náà ni mò ń bọ̀ inú bíbá ni mò ń bọ̀ anyway to get mo fẹ́ kójú ẹ̀ dá díẹ̀ kí n tó jáde ni so hopefully we will have a better network tá bá ti jáde but for now we are really struggling ó ń ṣe ségesège so bear with us lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè ká tó máa lọ àbá gbọ́ Bọ́lá Ìgè tán àgbọ́ the late Bọ́lá Ìgè is dead now then àgbọ́ Olóyè Ìgbòho ká tó tún máa lọ ẹjẹ́ agbọ́n kan tán Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè sọ.
àwọn ọmọ wa tí wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ dáadáa lọ́wọ́ tó jẹ́ pé ìlú wa sì dùn.
Behind me is the beautiful dog.
wọ́n ti bá ọmọ ọmọ dámájẹ̀mú wípé ní agbára ọlọ́run by 2008. èyí sì bọ̀ dájú wípé ọlọ́run ò wà.
bí ẹ máa lọ́wọ́ máa gbé mọ́tò convoy rẹpẹtẹ a máa fi disturb aráàlú.
ọlọ́run adékúnlé ajá sí agbo àti ilẹ̀ tuntun náà níbi tí ẹ̀gbin ìyà àti ìrẹ́jẹ kò ní sí fún ọmọ àrò òjìlè náà. Tàbá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ilẹ̀ ìlérí ṣàbẹ̀wò àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ òye wọ́n máa fi egbére lójú àwọn egbére tí mo ní àwọn àdúrà ẹ̀gbin lùlà lù ẹ̀jẹ̀. Kì í ṣe àwọn Yorùbá nìkan ìyá ń jẹ ní Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n ní àrùn tó ń ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà ló ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ fún ohun tó ń ṣe agbóyadé kọ́ o. Òun náà ló ń jẹ sílẹ̀ ní. Ẹ̀yin náà àti gbọ́ olóyè Akíntọ́lá ló pe ọ́gbà ní ó gbúgbà níbi ìdẹ́sà òkè ló ń bí ọjà wa. Kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹni bá ti ọjà ẹ̀sà ìgbé ẹ̀ lọ sókè lẹ̀. Àti NCFC àwọn ìjọba
All right, so we're gonna move in just about a few minutes. Let me pack my stuff. First. Jẹ́ Nàìjíríà ni ṣé journalist yìí lè máa gbé military bag wọ́n náà fi military bag ṣe ẹ lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n sọ fún yín pé ẹ̀ sí nínú country inú ìgbèkùn ni ẹ wà inú ìgbèkùn lọ́kọ́ gbogbo yín sí ẹ máa sọ pé ẹ̀ tí rẹ̀ dé inú ìgbèkùn òun lẹ́wà. Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ kí ló dé kó o mọ̀ sí ìgbàgede Ìgbòho sọ láláìsí bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n kó ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀sìn òní bímọ méjì ní kó o mọ̀rẹ́. A máa jáde nísìnyí. We make sure we will get every. ọmọ onílé ọ̀la àwọn àjòjì tó ń ṣe ṣègbéṣègbè tọ́láwọn ò ní gbòmí kó sí mu wọ́n láwọn ò ní gbòmí sọ̀yà wẹ́sẹ̀. mi láíláí tó nílé domi Sunday Igboho ọmọ Ìbàràpá lápapọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ní ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ tilé tó kó ẹ̀mí àpọ̀ ẹ̀bá nkọ́mọdé yẹ mọ́. Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho orúkọ ńlá tí ń dá wọn láyà bí àrá orúkọ tó ń dẹrù olórúkọ gan-an ọmọ Yorùbá. ẹ má sún torí pé kúra akọlé olùkẹ́gbọdọ̀ láyé títaríro lẹ̀ dá kọlà kúrà tó máa jájọ gbá. Ìgbòho ọ̀sà ọmọ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ nílùú Alágbàdo Òde ọmọ àgbẹ̀tẹ̀wọ̀n ní ọmọ jẹjẹrẹ gbọdọ sọyà ìsọyà rẹ̀ràn bàbá yìí láàrin ìdí omi kò sí náà gbàrà mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ́ yìí nígbà tó tó kù nígbà tí wọ́n mọ̀ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ kí ló dé Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ fẹ́rẹ́ wọ́n ní kó ní máa kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀sìn òní tí wọ́n méjì Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ nígbà tí wọ́n ní Ìgbòho àti ọ̀dọ́ ọmọ àlùfẹ́rù wálé wàrà mùtí ọmọ onílé ọ̀la àwọn àjòjì tó ṣe ṣègbéṣègbè ọláwọ̀ ní gbomi kó sí mu wọ́n láwọn ní gbomi sọ̀yà lẹ́sẹ̀ ìgbà tó ní gbomi ní gbogbo wọn náà sáré gbomi kó sí mu wọ́n sì gbomi sọ̀yà lẹ́sẹ̀ ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òbí ayé ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan tó kù ní gbogbo ayé tí wọ́n sọ kiri gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá sọ́ńtọ̀ Yorùbá ní tilé tó kú. Jẹ́ kó mọ̀, jẹ́ kó mọ̀. You don't see Igboho. You don't see Igboho. 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 All right, let me move my speaker in and then I'll air out from here. So, and then we will continue now move. So I will continue from the other side. I'll show you a bit of central London before I head out towards the studio. Now, let's move. Let's move from here now. So I'm going to turn the camera to the front. I'm going to turn the camera to the front. So we're heading out now. So So that is the view from outside. So we're gonna move from here now. So I need to wind down all my tripod and bring them down a little bit. So I'm gonna head out from here now. From here now. All my tripods. And then so lock everything up and then we head out. bring it back to my face. Bring it back to my face. All right, bring it back to my face. And then we're ready to come out of here now. So that's it. So now I can start. That's it. So I can move up now. All right, so it's been another beautiful day from here. And then, so now we can move, can start saying, go to the next week, another Wednesday. Heading out now. So, tomorrow, we'll have a live transmission from, I don't know if it's a protest. I think there's a protest going on tomorrow. I'll be telling you a little bit more about that as well. But later on tonight, security ni máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí púpọ̀. Security la máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí púpọ̀ ní later. So, security ni máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Thank you, officer. Bye for now. All right, take care. Bye for now.
See you.
Bye-bye. See you next week. So, right there, so we've just come out of number 10, and I'm now back in the view that is outside the number 10 itself. So let's give you the view from outside. I get a turn camera in so that you can be able to see that going to go not everybody. I'm not going to let anybody just go in. We got on security clearance. We could do that. Then we will about Joe Biden in the name. We might need security clearance. So for the party, we want to go. So for the party, we want to go for possible.
What's his name? We should see it. Yeah.
So, sorry. So you can see, sorry. So right there, so that is how many people that are coming every blessed day just to come and witness this magnificent building. So it's a privilege. So I'm gonna give you the view again. Shere Adurero, tourists, all these are tourists that have come in, for one reason or the other. They've traveled from different countries just to come and see this building. White House, none. So it's the same thing like going to watch the White House. So see, that is the view. So that is what it looks like, from outside. So once again, this is why we say that it's about freedom. On freedom, you're gonna work very hard. Problem. Rati ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, ìlú òfò, ìlú tó ti bayé jẹ́, ìlú òfò ní Nàìjíríà, òfò ní Nàìjíríà, ìlú tó ti bayé jẹ́, and many of you, so that you can be free. And this is exactly why we are campaigning back to back, advising us, if we have to be free, we have to be free in one go. If you are London, ma born in London. If you know one London, ma gbadu London. If you want to work back freedom here, sorry. This is freedom. Freedom. It doesn't come without a big fight. You will fight to get that freedom. Okay? Nobody wants you to be free. Happy New Year. Nobody is going to want you to be free. So freedom is not going to be cheap. Okay? Again, to love free, I want to join you all together. Parliament is just about a few meters. Multi number 10 select. Foreign and Commonwealth. So, you know, if we say that we want to be free, they can turn camera and then face us. So, my view. One of my London, my daddy, I follow the visa for the world. To buy the visa, I will about our navy back. Àjọ máa gbé ní London, so máa bọ̀ ní London, ìwọ náà gba visa kó wá sí London kó wá sọ pé o fẹ́ freedom, substitute over to your left hand side. So going further, from here o lè dé Victoria Station. So tàbá náà fẹ́ free, kò ń ṣe pé torí nǹkan kan a fẹ́ free ni. The present situation Nigeria needs. Okay. Àwọn èèyàn lè máa protest. So bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sẹ́ni kankan tó máa fẹ́ kẹ́ free. Olóbùkún ni wọ́n. They are born bastard. Ìkà ni wọ́n. Wọ́n ti báyé jẹ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ ènìyàn wọ̀ fún wọn. Gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ tó yẹ kó fún aráàlú. Wọ́n ti jẹ́ àwọn nìkan ló ń dá jẹ́. Àwọn àti family wọn nìkan ló ń dá jẹ́. Even so, Department for Digital Culture and Media, Onibiba. So, arákùnrin yẹn sá wọlé kò fẹ́ kí n ká ṣe kí ló ń tijú fún kí wọ́n ní sanwó fún ẹ nígbà tó ń ṣe ni. So, Parliament lẹ́ ń wò yẹn, àwọn tó join Nigeria, ibi tó ti join Nigeria, òun lè lé Nigeria nìyẹn. So the joining of Nigeria, ibi tó ti wá nìyẹn, inú building ni ó ti wá. Àgbákò building tẹ́ ń rí, you know, building àgbákò yìí, ibi tó ti kó gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀ tí a fi ń sọ pé tẹ́ bá fẹ́ gba ìwọ máa sọ pé kò mátà Koiki, kò mátà, àwa tá mọ̀ kó mátà pé freedom. Winston Churchill òun ló wà area statue nìyẹn tí Mandela náà wà níbí báyìí. So you can see there, right? Ṣé wá rí gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ ń wò yìí, àwọn ilé wa fọ́lùdé ni wọ́n wá náwó, but àwọ̀ wa fọ́lùdé, àwa wá fa gbùrù ní, àwa fa gbùrù labroad. Gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó dé ní sẹ́lò mí lè máa débí báyìí for the next 2 years. Ṣé n tó tẹ̀ ń san £1,000 owó lé tó ṣẹ̀dí Nàìjíríà iṣẹ́ là ń ṣe kura ní time. Àfi tàbí ìgbà ìkọjá nìkan. Nísìn ni time wà dé pé jọ iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe. So gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀ ń rí, gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀ ń rí, gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀ ń rí, different country. Travel from? Belgium. Okay, I'm a journalist, a vlogger. Okay, I'm a vlog. So I do a lot of journalist work as well. So how long have you been in London? I've lived for 25 years. Okay. I know. I've done a lot of research on it. I'm a journalist. Less people, yeah. I think it's about less than 10 million, is it? 11 million, yeah. Have a great day. Enjoy. Bye for now. So, 11 million. Belgium, làwọn ti wá holiday. Oh, máa sọ fún ẹ pé Nàìjíríà, tó bá ń gbọ́ Nàìjíríà, inú á máa bí ẹ. Sórí gbogbo tó ń wò yìí, kò ń ṣe film trick. That is how life is meant to be. Gbogbo tẹ́ ń wò yìí báyìí, kò ń ṣe film trick. Bó ṣe jẹ́ kí life wà lélẹ̀. Ìtàn pè ní pé èèyàn ní life lélẹ̀. Bó ṣe jẹ́ kó wà ní ìdí ìrókò. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó wà ní ọjà ọ̀dàn, bó ṣe jẹ́ kó wà náà lélẹ̀. Àwọn kan á máa ṣiṣẹ́, àwọn kan á máa wá fọ́lùdé. Ìlú wa, àwọn kan á máa lọ ṣiṣẹ́, àwọn kan á máa wá fọ́lùdé. But the present Nigeria, àní kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Intention sọ fún yín pé kò ń ṣe country. kò ń ṣe country Nàìjíríà ò ń ṣe country kò yẹ nísìn torí pé àwọn èèyàn máa wà facility tó bá rí mobile phone sórí kan tí mo gbé dání ṣẹ́rí fóònù 4 ló wà lọ́wọ́ mi so máa ń yà wọ́n lẹ́nu pé ọmọ ilé ètò lágbára o ṣé wọn náà rí fóònù 4 èmi nìkan tán àbúrò mo yẹ nísìn kò sẹ́nì kankan tó fẹ́ yẹ kíyàn kó free ó máa lọ fight fún freedom ni sórí gbogbo àwọn tó ń wò yìí right nínú ẹ̀ sórí Thames water lélẹ́yìn nísìn iṣẹ́ tàwọn eléyìí nísìn ni pé kọ́ make sure pé omi ń yọ káàkiri sórí Thames water sórí olómi ni wọ́n ẹ̀yìn ṣẹ̀ máa lọ máa ṣe borehole how are you sórí Thames water adé Nàìjíríà ṣe kọ́ sórí gbogbo àwọn dúdú nítorí pé Áfíríkà ò gbádùn sórí dúdú mélòó ní orí bíbá nísìn dúdú ń fa gbùrù ní dúdú tó bá rí ní bíbá jẹ́ pé dúdú tó ti wà comfortable ẹ̀ dúdú tó bá rí tó wá sí Central London báyìí á jẹ́ pé ìtọ́ síbi iṣẹ́ àbí tó ti wà comfortable how are you yeah this is what I do for living journalist activist yeah where have you travel from you based there so àbọ̀rọ̀ wẹ̀ boys àwọn ṣiṣẹ́ dà ó dà pé mọ́tò bí àrùlélẹ̀ gbé mọ́tò ìwọlé ni. How are you? Where you from? Sudan? Jordan? Where? Qatar? All right, have a great time. Qatar làwọn ilé tiwa ṣọ́ra ayé tó ń jẹ wọ́n gbé mọ́tò wọn wọlé ìwọ máa bú Koikimedia ṣọ́ra ayé tó ń jẹ ṣorí mọ́tò tó gbé wọ ṣorí plate number tìlú ìkọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn kọ́ ó wà ọ̀rọ̀ ajá náà kún àbí ti báyìí àwọn eléyìí ò lórí méjì wọ́n ò lórí méjì orí kan náà lọ ní ó ṣàrí pé kò sẹ́ni tó lọ èmi ló ń dọ́gbọ́n yà ọ́ táwa lọ upload ẹ̀ so this is the life tó ń parọ́ fún yín pé how are you? Man, you're working hard, man. You don't know. Àwọn èèyàn máa ń láì tọ́ba rí kò dàbí Nàìjíríà lórí pé fóònù 4 mo kó dání lò lórí aago kan tí.